Imagine you have $1,000 sitting in your bank account right now. You could spend it. You could leave it in savings earning almost nothing. Or you could put it to work and potentially turn it into $10,000, $50,000, or even more over the next few decades. That's not a fantasy. That's math. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to invest your first $1,000 step by step, even if you've never invested a single dollar in your life. No complicated jargon, no overwhelming strategies, just a clear, simple plan that actually works. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you the single most important decision you'll make as a new investor. And most people get it completely wrong. Let's get into it. Before we talk about where to put your money, we need to talk about something most finance channels skip entirely. Your mindset. Here's the truth. $1,000 is not going to make you rich overnight. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. But here's what $1,000 can do. If you invest $1,000 today in a simple index fund, and we'll talk about exactly what that is in a moment, and you never add another dollar in 30 years at the historical average market return of 10% per year, that $1,000 becomes over $17,000. That's without doing anything. No picking stocks, no watching charts, nothing. Now imagine if you added just $100 a month on top of that. That same $1,000 starting investment plus $100 a month turns into over $220,000 in 30 years. This is the power of compound interest, and your first $1,000 is the starting point of that engine. The goal right now is not to get rich. The goal is to start the engine. Now, before you invest a single dollar, there are two things you need to check off first. Think of these as the foundation before you build the house. Step 1, make sure you have an emergency fund. This is money you can access immediately if something goes wrong. Job loss, car repair, medical bill. The general rule is 3 to 6 months of your basic expenses saved in a regular savings account or high-yield savings account. Why does this matter before investing? Because if you invest your $1,000 and then your car breaks down next month, you'll be forced to sell your investments, possibly at a loss, to cover it. That defeats the entire purpose. If you don't have an emergency fund yet, split that $1,000, put $500 toward your emergency fund, and $500 to start investing. That's perfectly fine. Step 2, pay off any high-interest debt first. If you have credit card debt at 20% interest, paying that off is guaranteed 20% return on your money. No investment can reliably beat that. Pay off high-interest debt before investing. No exceptions. If you only have low-interest debt like a student loan at 4%, that's fine. You can invest while slowly paying that down. Okay. Emergency fund checked. High-interest debt cleared. Now you're ready. This is where most beginners make their first big mistake. They think investing means buying stocks directly. But before you buy anything, you need to open the right type of account. And this decision will save you thousands of dollars in taxes over your lifetime. There are 3 main account types for new investors. Option 1, the Roth IRA. This is the best starting point for most beginners. You invest money that's already been taxed, so your money grows completely tax-free. When you retire and take the money out, you pay 0 taxes. 0. On potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars of gains. The contribution limit in 2026 is $7,000 per year. Option 2, traditional IRA. Similar to the Roth IRA, but you get a tax deduction now and pay taxes when you withdraw in retirement. Better if you expect to be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. Option 3. A regular brokerage account. No special tax advantages, but no limits either. Great once you've maxed out your IRA. For your first $1,000, open a Roth IRA. It's the single best account for a beginner in most situations. The tax-free growth over decades is an enormous advantage. Where do you open one? The 3 most beginner-friendly platforms are Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. All 3 are free to open, have no account minimums, and are extremely reliable. I'd personally recommend Fidelity for beginners. The interface is clean, and customer support is excellent. Okay, account open. Now, the question everyone asks, what do I actually buy? Here's my honest answer for your first $1,000. You don't need to buy individual stocks. You don't need to research companies. You don't need to watch the market every day. You need one thing: a total market index fund or an S&P 500 index fund. Let me explain what that is in plain English. An index fund is a single investment that automatically owns a tiny piece of hundreds or thousands of companies at once. When you buy one share of an S&P 500 index fund, you're instantly investing in 500 of the largest companies in America: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and 496 others. If one company does badly, it barely affects you because you own 499 others. If the overall economy grows, and historically, over long periods it always has, your investment grows with it. The most popular options are VOO, Vanguard S, and P500 ETF. Tracks the 500 largest US companies, expense ratio of just 0.03%, meaning you pay 3 cents per year for every $100 invested, essentially free. VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, owns over 3,500 US companies, including small and mid-size ones. Even broader diversification: FXAIX Fidelity S and P500 Index Fund, same as VOO but in mutual fund form. Perfect if you're using Fidelity. Any of these 3 is an excellent choice for your first $1,000. You literally cannot go wrong picking one of them. Now, here's the most important thing I'll say in this entire video. Do not try to time the market. I don't care what the news is saying. I don't care if people are saying a crash is coming. The research is absolutely clear. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. Just buy today and leave it alone. Okay, so you've opened your Roth IRA, you've bought your first index fund. What now? Now you automate it and forget about it. Set up automatic monthly contributions, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month. Most platforms let you do this in under 2 minutes. The money moves automatically from your bank to your investment account on a set date each month. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. You buy more shares when prices are low, fewer when prices are high, automatically averaging out your cost over time. It removes emotion from the equation entirely. Don't check your portfolio every day. Seriously. The people who obsessively watch their portfolios tend to panic sell when markets drop, which is exactly the wrong move. Check it once a month at most, or once a quarter. Markets will drop. That is guaranteed. There will be a year where your portfolio loses 20% or 30%. Every long-term investor has lived through this. It is temporary. It always recovers. The S&P 500 has recovered from every single crash in history: 1929, 1987, 2000, 2008, 2020. Every single one. And it always reaches new highs afterward. When the market drops, the correct response is not to sell. It's to buy more if you can, because everything is on sale. Let me leave you with the 5 biggest mistakes new investors make, so you can avoid all of them. Mistake 1. Waiting for the perfect moment to invest. There is no perfect moment. The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time is today. Mistake 2. Trying to pick individual stocks. Research consistently shows that over 90% of professional fund managers fail to beat a simple S&P 500 index fund over 15 years. If the pros can't do it, you probably can't either. Don't try. Just own the index. Mistake 3. Panic selling during downturns. This is how ordinary investors destroy their wealth. Stay the course. Mistake 4. Ignoring fees. A fund with a 1% annual fee versus a 0.03% fee like VOO might seem small. Over 30 years on a $100,000 portfolio, that difference costs you over $200,000 in lost returns. Always check the expense ratio before buying anything. Mistake 5. Not starting because the amount feels too small. $1,000 feels small. $50 a month feels small. But the habit and the compounding are what matter. Start now with whatever you have. So let's recap what you need to do right now. 1. Build your emergency fund if you don't have one. 2. Pay off any high-interest debt. 3. Open a Roth IRA on Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard. 4. Buy VOO, VTI, or FXAIX with your $1,000. 5. Set up automatic monthly contributions. 6. Leave it alone and let time do the work. That's it. That's the entire strategy. It's not complicated, but it works, and it's exactly what the wealthiest long-term investors in the world do. If this video helped you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe for a new video every week where we break down money and investing into simple, actionable steps. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the only 3 ETFs you need to build a complete investment portfolio. No stock picking required. You won't want to miss it. See you there.